Welcome to For the Love of You YouTube channel, where we talk about difficult topics we need to discuss with our girls because it's important, right?
Right.
Okay. So if you are a mother and you have a daughter between the ages of 7 and 15, please come on in here, join us, have these conversations with us because it's very important that we have these conversations with our daughters first. I know you all have heard of the phrase, it takes a village to raise a child. Seriously, y'all, it takes a village to raise a kid. You do not want to do it alone. You don't have to do it alone. If you don't have a village, let us be your village, okay? We're fun.
We got
and
you.
We like to educate. We're in this together. We are putting the village back into our communities. So like I said, if you don't have a village, we can be your village. And we can do this together because the goal is to uplift our girls. That is the goal, is to give our girls the tools that they need to become successful, knowledgeable, young women. So that's what we're here for. So come on in here, join the conversation with us, and we're gonna do it together. So before we get started, we're gonna introduce ourselves. We are the LovHER Squad, LovHER Squad. My name is Tanisha, and this is my daughter,
Cece.
And today we're gonna talk about how to put together a tween period kit. So if you had a chance to watch our video last week, we talked about puberty for girls. We're not going to talk about that on this video. So if you have not seen that video, I will leave a link down below in the description box and you can go ahead and review that, okay? So today we're going to be talking about how to prepare a tween period kit. And we'll show you what's in ours, okay? So, like I said, on the video from last week, we talked about puberty for girls. And so, around that time when I thought that Cece's period was going to start, it was right before her 11th birthday. And she went to the pediatrician for her annual physical. And so it was at that time where I asked the pediatrician if she had an idea of when Cece was going to be starting her period. And she basically told me around 12 because that was around the time that I had mine. And so if you all remember in the video, I said that I was in the 6th grade. And so Cece was getting ready to go into middle school. And so because of who I am, I like to be prepared. I'm a planner. And so I thought it was a good idea and a good bonding time for us to go ahead and go to the store together and prepare a period kit. And so that's what we did. We went to Target, one of our favorite stores.
One of them.
One of our favorite stores.
It's our favorite.
It's our favorite store. Where we go for all of our favorite products and things. So I will let Cece go ahead and grab her period kit and we'll show you what's in there. But we, just wanted to have fun with it. Again, we don't want it to be, too serious and scary because again, we want to make sure, we want our daughters to embrace what is happening to their bodies without feeling ashamed. So that's what we did. We took a trip to Target and we looked at the different products that they had. And we did initially start out with You by Kotex Tweens. We used that for a while and then I started kind of researching some of the ingredients in there and I didn't like it. So we don't buy those anymore. But Cece didn't have any complaints about them. I just wasn't happy with the ingredients. So we switched from You by Kotex to 7th Generation. I don't have the package for you, but I will leave a link on where you can go ahead and buy those. And then also I'll put a picture up so you can go ahead and see what that looks like. Okay? But again, it's 7th Generation pads for during the day use. She also has night pads, and that is by L for love or something like that. But this is what the package looks like. I like this pad because it's chlorine free. It doesn't have any synthetic pesticides, no dyes, and no fragrances. So I like this. We also use the panty liners as well. Like kind of after the period has ended, we wear panty liners just to make sure there's no residual. So we also use the overnight pads for L, and then the panty liners we also use. So Cece's gonna show you some of the products that's in her kit, and she uses that at school. So she takes that kit to school. The goal I thought was for her to keep it in her locker, but she said that wasn't a good idea because she has boys on the sides of her. So she carries the kit in her book bag. And just make sure that the kit is small enough to fit in a locker or a book bag. Make sure it's not see-through because, again, our daughters, they don't want people knowing that they're on their periods. They don't want to announce it to everybody. They want it to be kind of a secret. And so this is what her pouch looks like. So she has deodorant in hers. She has panty liners in hers. She has regular pads. She has hand sanitizer, a change of underwear. She also has a chapstick. And is there anything else there? Oh, she has Band-Aids because I'm a nurse and I just like her to be prepared for anything. So she has a few Band-Aids in there as well.
Medium size and small.
Medium size and small. You know, gotta be prepared. You never know if it's gonna be a small cut or a big cut. So she has various sizes of Band-Aids in there as well. But you know, I wanted to let her put some products in there that made her happy as well, not just the period stuff. So I did allow her to add some of her stuff in there, lip gloss or whatever, so she could have fun with it. So just make sure, make it fun, make it a bonding time. It is her responsibility to make sure that if she's running low on the products, that she goes ahead and refill her pouch, her kit. As well as if she's running out of products, it's her responsibility to let me know. And then we go ahead and make our mother-daughter trip to Target and we get more products. It's a time that we can bond and have a good time without, you know, all the other stuff. So it's a time where we can have fun and, you know, bond about something that we share, we go through together, and we can have those conversations without everybody in our business. Is there something you want to add, Cece?
Just in case, put like, you know, mini lotion in there. You never know what could happen.
You might be a little ashy. But anyway, oh, she also has feminine wipes in there. Again, I'm really crazy about ingredients in feminine wipes. If you're not, you can get whatever you want. I can't remember the brand that I found because she actually ran out of the feminine wipes, but there's a brand that doesn't have like the perfumes and the crazy ingredients in there.
Didn't you go to like Walgreens?
I did find them at Walgreens, but I cannot remember the brand. If I find the brand, again, I'll put the links down below in the description box of all the products that we use and then products that we recommend. I'll put the links in the description box so you guys can go ahead and purchase or just do your own research on the products yourselves. Also, I take the time, our bonding time, to basically teach her how to change her pads. Your daughter should be changing her pads at least every 2 to 3 hours if possible. Cece learned the hard way. She will wait too long, or by that time an accident would happen. So now she has her own schedule of like how often, what classes, before or after certain classes, she'll go ahead and change her pads. Right. You want to avoid accidents at school. It's embarrassing. So, you know, encourage your daughters to change their pads every 2 to 3 hours. It's best practice. And also, it avoids accidents. Bleed blood, when it's in the pads, it starts to produce a smell. It's like a fishy smell. So make sure you, again, iterate to your daughters the importance of changing their pads every 2 to 3 hours to avoid other people smelling. Because again, they're at an age where people aren't as mature, and so they may make comments that someone smells like fish, and it's just a very uncomfortable situation to be in. So just make sure that you do encourage your daughters to change their pads every 2 to 3 hours if possible. It's best practice and it avoids accidents. We also talked about the best way to dispose of a pad. That's also important. You, especially in public bathrooms, you don't want to make a mess, and you don't want other people to come behind you and see that you're on your period. So, you know, what I do, other people may have their own methods, but if you're wearing a pad, I like to roll mine, and then if they have wings, I like to fold my wings over to secure the ball so it doesn't unwrap. And then I take the new wrapper from the pad and I wrap my pad in it, and then I dispose of it in the feminine box, or if there's no box, then I just throw it in the trash. And that way, if you wrap it, no one's able to see what's inside of it. You don't want people seeing or anything wasting out of it. You want it to be contained and wrapped up in the garbage. So that's what I taught her to do it. That's what I do. If you have other ways to do it, just, you know, make sure that you show your daughters how to properly dispose of pads. Is there something you want to add?
So, like for me, I mainly use like the schedule when I'm on my period. Like if it's really heavy. So I would wake up, go to the bathroom. By the time it's like around 6:30ish, I would go put on a pad and leave school, get to school around 8ish. I would go into the bathroom, change my pad, and then I'll change it after lunch. And then this 4th and 5th, which is my connections.
Around what time is that?
Around that time, it's between from 12:30 to 2:20. So that's the whole period connections. And then since I'm not allowed to use the bathroom my 6th period, I would go after. I would just either wait until the end of the day if it's not heavy, or I would change it in my 5th period.
Yeah, where you're allowed. So, you know, just try to work out, you know, with your daughter, you know, what her schedule and how often she's able to change it. And if you need to have a conversation with your teachers, your daughter's teacher, to ensure that they're able to go to the bathroom during that time of the month, because that's unfair to have to sit through if you know that it's around that time for you to have to change your pad. Nobody wants to have an accident in public. That's just not cool.
I would just say it's an emergency.
And you can always go up to the teacher's desk and have a private conversation and just let them know, hey, it's that time of the month. I really need to go to the restroom to take care of my business. And at that time, they should say, yes, I give you permission to go. And if there's an issue, your daughter should have a conversation with you. And then as the mother, you go ahead and have the conversation with the school or that teacher. So avoid that from happening in the future.
Yeah, because, you know, the teachers I trust, like my 7th period teacher, you probably watching.
She loves her. So, you know, there are some teachers that are more understanding than others. So just make sure that you encourage your daughters to have that conversation with their teachers. And if there's an issue, have your daughters let you know, and then you can have the conversation with the teacher or the school, whichever is the best route. But we wanted to go ahead and let you know what our teen period emergency kit looks like, what's in it, how it's used, how we have fun with it. Because again, have fun. Don't make it so serious to where it's scary. We want our girls to embrace the changes that they're going through with pride. and you know, have a high self-esteem about it, and that is nothing weird or anything that they should be ashamed of. So, you know, just make sure that you have fun with it. And also, because I am a person that try to use safer, cleaner products, if you have or use some safer or cleaner feminine products, please leave them down below in the comment box. If you have any questions, please make sure you also leave your comments down in the comment box as well. Again, thank you for joining the LovHER Squad. We always enjoy speaking with you. And remember, we do this for the love of you because you're worth it. Love you.
Bye.
Until next time.